So here are my top 5 ways of how aspiring coaches get unstuck, how they get going, how they get out of first gear. Let's start with number 1. You just ask people if they need help. So think about the kinds of people that you want to help. Maybe you know them already. You've heard this before. You've heard this. Prosperous Coach is a very famous book about coaching. They talk about this, is you just look around in your circle and you find people that need the help, the kind of help that you want to help them with, and you just ask them if you can help them. You have expertise to help, so you just sit down and spend some time and help them. This is really advantageous because you start to get more experience coaching and helping, and it helps you narrow down the types of people and types of problems that you want to focus on. Number 2, practice coaching for free for now. Again, I refer to the Prosperous Coach. This is another concept they have in that book. The idea here is that you don't know how to make money yet, let's say, or you haven't made much money doing it. So don't be afraid to practice coaching for free and rack up hours of experience, again, to figure out where you're headed and what you're going to do. Number 3, critically important, if you're not experienced in enrolling or selling, you will have to learn, and that will take diligence and practice. So the first thing that you're doing is that you're trying to enroll people to work with them for free. That takes practice. They're giving up their time. They may not necessarily want to do what you're talking about. This will be challenging enough, and this will give you experience reaching out to people, being bold, putting yourself out there, not being afraid to take a no. And from there, you can go and research and get help for learning how to actually sell and have strong conversations on how to turn this into a money conversation. Number 4, keep track of why you want to coach. For me personally, this is about knowing where my strengths are and where I can contribute and where I get into flow with people and how that translates into their success. That's what's meaningful for me. If I don't keep focused on why I want to be a coach, then I will fall into getting frustrated with the things that are not my core competencies, like certain business things, and that can actually expand to fill the space of my mind and make things harder. So if you know why you're doing it, then that goes a long way to keeping you in it. But as a beginner or as an aspiring coach, you may not be clear on why you want to do it. And that, again, is proportional to the amount of experience that you had as a coach. And finally, the last one is really critical because a lot of aspiring coaches are trying to think about the decision to go full-time or to go pro, and looking at that as a huge, giant, vague problem will keep you stuck in procrastination indefinitely. So the key here is to get to a go or no-go decision about making your coaching into a business. This is a critical point. This is where I am going to create offerings and things to help aspiring coaches with in the future so that you can figure out this decision. The thing is that you're breaking down this process into 2 pieces. First piece is learning what you need to learn in order to make the decision of whether you want to commit to this as a business or not. That's different from trying to make it into a business now, right? You need to know if that's going to work for you or not long term before you actually commit. And that goes a long way to breaking down the problem into smaller chunks and getting you unstuck. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a good one.